From wardrobe malfunctions and peeing weightlifters to nip slips and camel toes, we take a look at 15 of the most embarrassing sports photos. Number 15. The camel toes. You know, when you win, you're not always a winner. These poor ladies are just a few examples. They've achieved victory at some of the highest levels of competition. They head up to the podium to receive that shiny medal as their reward, and the tightness of their outfits draws your attention to a much lower focus. The nerve of Lycra clothing to eclipse such a sporting triumph. It's really too bad. For them, I mean, not internet perverts like us. Number 14. Tan lines. There's probably a reason that professional swimmers have swimsuits designed for speed, motion, and to stay in place. It wouldn't make much sense to throw a bikini on before competing, right? I mean, sunbathing? That's one thing. Throw the bikini on. And you can tell the itsy bitsy teeny weeny bikini is a favorite of this suntan enthusiast. Number 13. Peeing weightlifter. Was the black circle really necessary in this photograph? You don't have to rub too many brain cells together to figure out what's going on here, right? This female athlete has apparently sprung a leak. But hey, there's a lot of pressure being put on that lower body when you lift extremely heavy weights. And accidents have been known to happen, both in front and back. Come to think of it, she's probably experiencing the better of the two. At least this one doesn't require stitches, but it's embarrassing nonetheless. Number 12. Lycra suit split. British bobsledder Gillian Cook experienced the highest order of winter sport fail. This incident involving her extremely tight Lycra suit is one she'll likely never live down. Even the commentators found it rather comical when her suit split right in the middle of her butt as she bent over. This happened on live TV in the 2010 World Championships in Switzerland. Cook became even more famous from the 1.5 million views on YouTube. Probably not the celebrity status she was looking for. Number 11. Awkward photo. So this is obviously not the type of shot that this pole vaulter is going to want in her family album. It's technically not a fail, but what would this athlete be expected to do? She couldn't exactly pole vault in jeans, and who would have expected the photographer to take a shot of her at this particular moment? Either way, this awkward photo is not one she's going to be proud of. Number 10. Wardrobe malfunction. Before her retirement, Ekaterina Borisovna Rubleva was a Russian competitive ice dancer. She represented her country at many international events and won quite a few medals. She may, for better or worse, be more famous for a wardrobe malfunction that occurred when she fell down during a performance. She didn't let the fact that she exposed herself affect her routine, but it must have been embarrassing nonetheless. Way to remain professional, Ika. Number 9. Vagina Baton. It's quite impressive to witness the timing, skill, and athleticism that's needed to take part in the gymnastic discipline of baton twirling. This girl in particular is obviously highly skilled, but although she's demonstrating excellent technique, it's easy to feel a little sorry for her because her nether region appears to be birthing a giant albino butterfly. Number 8. Exposed butts. What used to be called the Lingerie Football League has now changed its name to Legends Football League, still LFL. It's a tackle American football women's 7-on-7 league. Nothing out of the ordinary there, right? In fact, now it's been around long enough to be considered legitimate. The thing that might make you wonder is the outfits they wear when they're playing. During the course of competition, there's plenty of times when butts are exposed to the cameras and the fans. Is it driving the audience away? Sources say, not one bit. Number 7. Broken bra strap. It took a fairy godmother in the crowd to save the day when the world's number 9 tennis star, Jelena Jankovic, had a very unexpected wardrobe malfunction. In the middle of a game, the Serbian star's bra strap broke, and it was a spectator who was watching the match who was asked to come and fix it. And she did. She saved this win from turning into an epic fail. Well done, lady in the audience. Number 6. The nip slip. WWE's divas, or beautiful, scantily clad women with fake breasts basically wrestling and talking trash, has been around since the late 1990s. It's the WWE's way of tapping right into the hormones and pockets of 13-year-old boys. In this particular case, we see Brie Bella accidentally exposing herself. It's no wonder the audience keeps coming back time and again. Number 5. The bum shot. One of the most dangerous sports in the world is definitely volleyball. Well, okay, not really. Playing volleyball doesn't really put you at any actual risk. Well, I guess you could get sunburned, but is that really that big of a risk? But if you're a lady and play volleyball, you definitely have to be aware of some guy's obsession with women's volleyball players and how they dress. Any amateur photographer can get quite a long lens and take a snap when your butt becomes partially visible. Still, some of us are quite thankful for those long lenses. Number 4. The face kick. So, we're not quite sure what's really happening here. I mean, a snapshot of one moment in the sporting event is a little confusing sometimes. What it seems like is a gymnastic performance going quite wrong. A bad landing and dismount? Who knows? Actually, it's pretty obvious that Photoshop is to blame for this kung fu kicking dude. Or I guess it's possible that there's some sort of martial arts gymnastics hybrid sport, but you probably have to search remote parts of Europe to find it. Number 3. The crotch kick. A gang of female swimmers, sequin rainbow-colored swimming costumes, in and out of the water, bobbing up and down. Yeah, synchronized swimming is quite an odd sport. Not to mention the terrible music. With all the ups and downs and ins and outs, it happens every once in a while that somebody's foot ends up where it's not supposed to be. Maybe synchronized swimming is one of the most dangerous sports in the world. Who'd have thought? Number 2. The wetsuit split. It's clear that you've not seen nearly enough bare butts in this countdown. This one's from a long-distance swimmer, another one courtesy of a wardrobe malfunction. With the obvious flaws in the designs, you'd think that sportswear manufacturers would have worked out some of these kinks by now. Time and again, athletes strive to do their best and their shoddy sportswear lets them down. On the bright side, it's much nicer to look at than cat videos. Number 1. Another nip slip. That's right, one nip slip in the countdown is definitely not enough. This is Spanish diver Jennifer Benitez, and this was obviously not a good day. She scored pretty poorly on the dive, and exposed herself on live television in the process. In all honesty, what's wrong with these judges? Who doesn't approve of a topless diving routine? Put us on the judges panel, and the gold medal is wrapped up. But that's likely because we're not Olympic diving judges and we're total perverts.